Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I believe you have heard about this story about the judgment that was released by the three-judge bench, talking about Justice John Chingiti, Lawrence Mugambi, Jairus Nga. A move that they gave to alter a particular decision that Moses Wetangula made 2 years ago.
In the absence of any proof of post-election coalition agreements entered into between UDM, PAA, NCCP, and MDG and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, the Speaker cannot be heard to fault the registrar of political parties for not producing them. She could not produce what had not been deposited at the registrar of political parties. If it is true the UDM, PAA, NCCP, and MDG political parties had signed and deposited the agreements with the registrar of political parties, we are entitled to assume that they must have had in their possession copies of these agreements or evidence of the existence and which they were under an obligation to exhibit in these proceedings. At the very least, the Speaker or Honorable ICHUNGWA ought to have exhibited these agreements which the Speaker singled out as having been presented.
Now guess what? This is putting Wetangula at loggerheads with the members of parliament from Azimio. There is going to be a renewed fight. Remember, this issue in 2022 took center stage, but Wetangula ended up defending Ruto's faction. So I want us to explore this story extensively because I believe that Wetangula must appeal. Without which, if he doesn't appeal, then I think hata yeye pia hii position yake ni kama itabidi iende. And people in William Ruto's camp itabidi wote kazi zao zisimame. I mean, I'm talking about people like Kimani Ichung'wah. Kimani Ichung'wah is not going to be a majority leader if Wetangula doesn't appeal. So, ladies and gentlemen, before you further this story, kindly like this video. It's so important because when you like this video, that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much because without you, this channel cannot grow. Ichung'wah na Wetangula chuma chao kiko motoni. Let me use that word. That is the right word to use to them. Why am I saying this? Let me take you to the details. We all know that Ichung'wah is the majority leader and Junet Mohammed is the minority leader right now as it stands. Then we also know that Owen Baya is the deputy majority leader and Robert Mbui is a deputy minority leader. But let's say, for example, Wetangula doesn't appeal because what has it based on Kalonzo Musyoka's statement?
In fact, I would advise Kenya Kwanza not even to waste time going to stop or make appeal. This is by a three-judge bench. Even the matter ends up in the Supreme Court, it will be the same.
You know, let's assume Wetangula appeals, but this is a three-judge bench because most likely they're going to appeal at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court to give a direction, but this is a three-judge bench, meaning the Supreme Court are most likely going to side with the three-judge bench. So we are confronted with a scenario where one, Wetangula, who declined to dissolve his party to join UDA, you know what happened is that Musalia Mudavadi dissolved his party because he knew legally ilikuwa ataumia. So what he did, he just dissolved the party, joined UDA. Wetangula declined. Why? Because Wetangula anataka mguu moja yuko serikali, mguu moja yuko opposition. He wants to be, using the word a jack of all sorts is not the right one, but anataka mguu moja yuko serikali, mguu moja kwa opposition. Yani ikibidi wakati opposition ataongea kama opposition, serikali kama serikali. So the courts have stopped that move. So what we are confronted with wakati court wabunge watatoka kwa ile likizo yao wakirejea bungeni, what is going to happen is that people will lose positions. Silvanus Osoro right now is the majority chief whip, but Silvanus Osoro is going to become the minority chief whip, and he is going to relinquish that position and let Millie Odhiambo be the one taking it, taking over that office. I know there is going to be confrontation in parliament. This is going to be the case. Why? Because Millie Odhiambo, being a no-nonsense kind of person, will not allow this move. She will not. She will not allow this. She will not allow Silvanus Osoro to occupy her office, because once the courts have made a pronouncement, it's up to the Speaker Wetangula to interpret the law and realize that he made a mistake back then. Now, on the side of the majority leader and the minority leader, right now, ICHUNGWA is still the majority leader. But based on this court's decision, Parliament ikiregea, it means ICHUNGWA is supposed to occupy Junet's office and Junet is supposed to occupy ICHUNGWA's office, because mambo yamechange hapa. The same to Owen Baya and Robert Mbui. The same to Naomi Wako, who is the deputy majority whip, and Mark Mwenje is the deputy minority whip, but they are going to change their offices also, and the one that is going to occupy the other, I think that is what is going to happen. So we are being confronted with a very, very shocking reality. There's someone who said revenge is sweet. Let's assume Rigathi Gachagua is celebrating this move right now, because honestly speaking, Rigathi knows very well that huyu Wetangula sahi akiambiwa atoke kwa party yake, a relinquish party ichukuliwe na mwingine, Wetangula atakuwa anaisha. In fact, Wetangula anaisha, because in 2027 yeye bila a party, bila a party, sasa atabageni nini? Shona Mudavadi hana party. Mudavadi bargaining power yake imeenda chini, lakini bado hajui, but imeenda chini. So Wetangula will be forced to either resign as a Speaker of the National Assembly, ama Wetangula to resign as the party leader, and being a party leader is the reason why he is in that position. So which way for Wetangula? Wetangula is at crossroads here, and we are told that even if he appeals, most likely the Supreme Court is going to uphold what the 3-judge benches has delivered as a ruling. That is what is going to happen. Chuma cha Wetangula kiko motoni. Chuma cha Silvanus Osoro kiko motoni. Chuma cha Kimani Ichung'wah kiko motoni. The people are going to benefit: Junet Mohammed, Millie Odhiambo, Mark Mwenje from Jubilee. They're the ones who are going to benefit, but the likes of Silvanus Osoro, the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, they are not going to benefit from this move. So we are likely going to see a confrontation between the National Assembly and the courts. Matters interpretation. The Supreme Court will be the body that is going to make a final decision if at all Wetangula appeals. But if at all Wetangula doesn't appeal, then hawa watu lazima badilishane maofisi.
In any mature democracy, this will call for, resignation of the Speaker from his position because of his open bias. And it also shows that in his overzealousness in pleasing the executive, in pleasing the president, he has actually exposed himself.
The biggest loser here ni ICHUNGWA. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there, but just go below in the comment section. You can offer a reaction regarding this issue. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.